We're live. Hopefully we'll have a tribe. That sounds good. All right. Got a live feed. Later than normal, but hopefully we'll get a tribe. Kevin's here. What's up, brother? You must have seen my post. I was hoping somebody would show up at least. Yay! Well, the virtual doors are open, so you have the best seat in the house. So come on in and relax. Yeah, I had a late afternoon going into the evening booking, so rather than skip it, I thought I would just go later, which I mentioned on Sunday. But I wanted to make sure folks remembered, or anybody who wasn't watching on Sunday but decided to check in tonight would see my banner. We'll give it a minute or so for others who might not have seen the banner or are just stumbling on the live feed and care to join in. So hope things are going good with all of you. Saw some great pictures from the Comic-Con thing. That looked great. Looks like the kids had a great time there. Darcy had a awesome little outfit that you guys put a picture of. I love that. That was awesome. All right, tuned up, a little warm up. We'll give it another minute, see if we get some other tribes folks joining in and logging in. And Ellie's here. I hope you're doing better, my friend. If you need to calm yourself and relax, you've come to the right place. All right. Let's give another half minute or so. Had a late client, so better late than never, but I wanted to play rather than skip it. So thanks for tuning in, my tribe. An hour ahead of usual time, but we are here. We are gathered in friendship, fellowship, and for music. Baby. All right. Welcome to Wind Down Wednesday. Sip 'em if you got 'em. Let's warm up with a little My Buddy Steve Pulse. This feels right. Oh, I love everything about you. I love the way you comb your hair. I love the way you sashay in the room. Your perfume lingers in the air. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. I love the way you lick your lips, dear. You've got fireworks in your head. And I love the way you bring me water when I'm thirsty in your bed. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. You are surely kissed by angels. Just look at the freckles on your face. You've got the devil in your eyes. You disappear without a trace. Well, I love sneaking up behind you when you're looking in the mirror. The way your eyes lock into mine, dear. Without guilt and without fear, I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. Okay, a little Steve Pulse, my buddy Steve, to open up this Wind Down Wednesday, running later than normal, but we are here and gathered together in the spirit of community and music. And the fair Faith is here. I was just thinking about you yesterday, and here you are. So glad to see you. Hope you're doing well. Miss you, friend. And thank you, Ellie. I miss you too. Although we did have lunch a couple weeks ago, so it was nice. It's nice to always catch up. Let's do a little Bob Schneider, Steve's friend from Austin, Texas. Oh, there's Johnny. He's so sweet. He's booger sugar and devil's meat. Hard as boardwalk bubblegum. And smooth as 151. But hey, it's alright. I don't mind, and I won't fight. Hey, it's alright. 'Cause baby, you can come with me tonight. Oh, and there's Larry. He's alright. He's a walking stick of lit dynamite. Always gets it wrong. And his heart's as soft as a chicken bone. But hey, it's alright. I don't mind, and I won't fight. Hey, it's alright. 'Cause baby, you can come with me tonight. We can lose ourselves, not find our way back home, till the whole world feels just like a Saturday night, without a care in the world, without a net underneath us, float through the air, high as a kite. Hey, my, you're as pretty as the big blue sky. Hey, it's alright. 'Cause baby, you can come with me tonight. Oh, and there's Barry, he's okay. He might even find himself one of these days with his diamonds and cocaine and his honey, I won't ever do that again. But hey, it's alright. I don't mind, and I won't fight. Hey, it's alright. 'Cause baby, you can come with me tonight. Whoa. All right, a little Bob Schneider for Wind Down Wednesday. Welcome, my tribe. Sip 'em if you got 'em. So glad you're here. Thanks for tuning in an hour later, but we are here nevertheless. Faces peaceful at my staycation. Oh, you're on a staycation. Yay. Well, you, without knowing it, unless that was code, just gave me the next song to play. My favorite Eagles song. So, Peaceful, Easy Feeling. I got inspired by that. Peaceful. I like the way sparkling earrings lay against your skin so bright. I wanna sleep with you in the desert tonight, with a billion stars all around. 'Cause I got a peaceful, easy feeling. I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing on the ground. And I found out a long time ago what old women do to your soul. Oh, but she can't take you anyway. You don't already know how to go. 'Cause I got a peaceful, easy feeling. I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing on the ground. I get this feeling I may know you as a lover and a friend. This voice keeps whispering in my other ear, tells me I may never see you again. But I get a peaceful, easy feeling. I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing. I'm already standing. Yes, I'm already standing on the ground. Whoa, whoa, what a feeling. Oh, a great song will always be a great song. That's my favorite of the Eagles, of all their classics. I just love that. Reminds me of summertime when I was a teen. They used to have keggers and bonfires out in the desert, and the smell of those orange blossoms. Ah, those warm summer nights under a billion stars. Can't see as many as you used to be able to, but yep, I love that. No new chickens. Face is so good. Well, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Songs should feel as good to play them as they, I think, as they are to listen to. I certainly believe that. I was running through this Elvis song that I played Sunday that I played on occasion, but I always need the song lyrics. So I went through it again this afternoon before I went into my office, and I still have it down. I think I played it Sunday for the first time without the lyrics. So I love this song from Follow That Dream. I had to look it up. Angel, angel, with those angel eyes, come and take this earth boy up to paradise. Angel, may I hold you tight never kissed an angel. Let me kiss one tonight. If I said I love you, would I be speaking out of turn? I'm only human, but I'm willing to learn. Angel, make my wish come true. Let me be in heaven, here on earth with you. If I said I love you, would I be speaking out of turn? I'm only human, but I'm willing to learn. Angel, make my wish come true. Let me be in heaven, here on earth with you. Angel, I never kissed an angel. Let me kiss one tonight. If I said I love you, would I be speaking out of turn? I'm only human, but I'm willing to learn. Angel, make my wish come true. Let me be in heaven, here on earth with you. Angel, angel. Oh, I love that little song. I don't know why I didn't learn that earlier. Anyway, all right, there's some Elvis. Thanks for joining in my Wind Down Wednesday, tribe. Thanks for being here. Sip 'em if you got 'em. No new check-ins? Okay. We'll just keep it moving. Yeah, so I brushed up on that one today. And then after that, I saw this one pop up in my Facebook feed. This one's from another Elvis song from Kid Galahad, so I like this little song too. All right, let me start again. Home is where the heart is, and my heart is anywhere you are. Anywhere you are is home. I don't need a mansion on a hill that overlooks the sea. Anywhere here with me is home. Maybe I'm a rolling stone who won't amount to much, but everything that I hold dear is close enough to touch. Home is where the heart is, and my heart is anywhere you are. Anywhere you are is home. Maybe I'm a rolling stone who won't amount to much, but everything that I hold dear is close enough to touch. knows where the heart is, and my heart is anywhere you are, anywhere you are is home, 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 home. Oh, I love that little song from Kid Galahad. So, welcome again, my Wind Down Wednesday tribe. Sipping if you got 'em. Thanks for being here. Then I got thinking about this one. I haven't done this in a while. And I can't remember what movie it's from. But I had to go over it again, so a little rusty, but I want to play this. I like this. I can't conceal a tender feeling now that you are close to me. I look at you with tender feeling. I can't help but kiss you tenderly. I can reveal this tender feeling. I love you right from the start, and with each kiss I'll keep revealing this tender feeling in my heart. Somehow I knew from the moment our lips first met, you'd be the girl I could never forget. I offer you a true devotion all life through. My love I vow, and with each kiss I'll keep revealing this tender feeling I have now. Oh, I haven't done that in a long time. It's a little rusty, but I wanted to do that. I love that little song. So, all right, my Wind Down Wednesday tribe. Again, thanks for being here, joining me an hour later because I had a late booking, but I didn't want to skip another night of music and go to Friday. So, thank you for those who saw my banner or even just stumbled in here. Thanks for being here. We're doing a full set tonight, just a little hour later. Sip 'em if you got 'em. And, oh, Renell's here. Well, cheers. Clink. I think I see a wine glass. Of course I do. So, probably the red stuff too, just like me. And even if not, it's okay. So, thanks for being here. Good to see you, Renell. Clank. I miss seeing you and that beautiful smile. Thanks so much for checking in from Alabama tonight. Good to see you, all of you. Oh, let's see. So those came pretty, I don't even think they came from my muse. Once I started playing one, the rest of them just kind of fell in line. So let's see. Ellie's here and likes this song. My friend Amy. In Ohio, she checked in Sunday and I played this, so she recommended this to me, and I know Ellie likes this song, so my muse went, okay, so this is the one you need to do, so we'll do this one. This old man and me were at the bar and we were having us some beers and swapping idle cares. They're talking politics, blonde and red-haired chicks, old dogs and new tricks, and habits we ain't kicked. We talked about God's grace and all the hell we raised. Then I heard the old man say, God is great and beer is good and people are crazy. He said I fought 2 wars, been married and divorced. What brings you to Ohio? I said, damned if I know. We talked an hour or 2 about every girl we knew, what all we put them through. My 2 old boys will do. They pondered life and death, lit a cigarette, said these damn things will kill me yet. God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. Last call was 2 a.m. I said goodbye to him. I never talked with him again. Then one sunny day, I saw the old man's face, front page obituary. He was a millionaire. He left his fortune to some guy he barely knew. His kids were mad as hell, but me, I'm doing well. So I stopped by today, just say thanks and pray. And I left a 6-pack there on his grave. And I said, God is great, and beer is good, and people are crazy. God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. Yeah, yeah. God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. So true, is it not? And it's not about tribe or camp or political beliefs or any of that stuff. It's just that no matter where we are in life or whose tribe you belong to and that kind of stuff, there are just some crazy people out there. That's what I like about that song. People are definitely crazy. Some people. All right. Oh, thanks for being here. Later than normal, because I'm called to serve, so sip them if you got them. Thank you for being here on my Wind Down Wednesday drive. I had a returning late afternoon, evening client that needed these before she's a dentist and she's heading off to Alaska and then back down to the indigenous peoples of the Arctic Circle. And she does 23, 24-day stints, 12 to 14 hours a day, serving as a dentist with her artistry. And then she comes back and gets her spine adjusted by the chiropractors where I rent my office, and then she comes in and gets on my table and lets me put her all back together. So you have to do that. So she's heading out in 2 weeks. So, but I thought better than never. Let's just go an hour later for those who are able to show up. If it's not too late on a school night, thank you for being here. So it's good to see everybody. Let me get checked in. Ellie said, "Such a fun song, I know." And there's the person that inspired it, as I just mentioned before she logged in. There's Amy, the fair Amy. Faith says, "Amen." Yes, we're all in agreement. Some people are just crazy. Good to see you, Amy. You must have just played "People Are Crazy." I heard your comments. I did. Thanks for inspiring that. And I know I played it Sunday, I think, when you were here. What was I just thinking of doing? That song inspired. Yeah. So I did give you credit before you checked in, before I played it. Yep. Ellie was here. She loves that song. She knew of it too, years before I ever did. And Renell's here from Alabama tonight, and she would agree. And Faith is here, but she also agreed in Arizona. Some people are just crazy. You're welcome. Oh yeah. Somebody said, Ellie said, "Such a fun song." And I haven't done this in a while. So this is by my friend Steve Poltz, who also discovered Jewel, and they co-wrote that #1 hit, "You Were Meant for Me." It went to skyrocketed to the charts, top of the charts in 1996, and it knocked a Macarena off the charts. I don't, do this often, but this is the first song of Steve's that I learned. I got to play it on stage with him at the Rhythm Room in downtown Phoenix. So when Ellie said a fun song, that triggered, just like, who of you said something earlier? My memory's like 5 seconds short term. Somebody said Faith said peaceful in in your staycation, and that inspired Peaceful Easy Feeling. Ellie checked in, so that in Such a Fun Song, that inspired the song that Amy recommended. So if you can follow this, not a tangled web, just all these dots that connect, you'll see how the universe works. I gave Amy props and I played that song, but then she shows up and Ellie said Such a Fun Song, which reminded me of my Steve Poltz song called Impala. So it's a sing-along song, and I see Gene is not logged in, but Kevin is my brother from another mother, so we were in the Air Force together, and Gene loves this song. She usually types in doo-wop, doo-wop, baby. So that's your line. You can type it or sing it. Either way, it's a sing-along song. And this is a fun song about looking back at parking and all of that, those rituals we went through in American culture, and those rites of passage. So it's just kind of a fun and lighthearted satirical look back, and a fun song at the lighter side of love. So this is called Impala. I love girl, girl love me. It ain't all it cracked up to be. Soda pop, radio on. Gotta dedicate a girl my song. Gone are days of simple things. Got to buy, baby, diamond rings. Keep it simple, just don't brag. Got to be high speed, low drag. In the Impala of my love, here's your line. Do-wop, baby. of my love. Do-wop, baby, of my love. One more time. Do-wop, baby, of my love. Very good if you did it. Coffee pot is sold bilingual. Self-help book song. Being single. Everything today is so high-tech. Why can't we just park by the lake and neck in the Impala of my love? Do-wop, baby, of my love. Do-wop, baby, of my love. Do-wop, baby, of my love. Love in the 21st century is such confusion, such mystery. Where's my modem? Where's my mother? Fax incoming. Oh, brother. The stars are out, and you look fine. Empty clothes, empty bottle of wine. You got nice gams, that's French fillets. Let's cook it in the backseat, baby, like a couple of poached eggs in the Impala of my love. Do-wop, baby, of my love. Do-wop, baby, of my love. One more time. Do-wop, baby, yeah. If you sang it or typed it, give yourselves a hand. I haven't done that in a while. I love that Steve Poltz song. What a great memory. I got to play that on stage with him. Ellie says, I'm still here just relaxing. Well, we're glad you are. And you've come to the right place, if I do say so, in all modesty. Amy typed it in. Do-wop, baby. Cook it in the back seat. I know, I love that line. Like a couple of poached eggs. No explanation needed. It's a fun, lighthearted song. So, there we go. That's the point of tonight. Wind Down Wednesday. So, oh, yeah. My muse gave me this one several songs ago, but I had others to do, so it waited its turn in line, so. A little tribute to the late, great Buddy Holly. Hold me close and tell me how you feel. Tell me love is real. Words of love, yeah, whisper soft and true. Darling, I love you. Let me hear you say the words I want words of love you whisper soft and true. Darling, I love you. Words of love so true. Oh, great song is always a great song. A little taste of the late great Buddy Holly for my Wind Down Wednesday tribe. Thanks for being here later tonight, but we're here anyway. We are gathered in communing in the spirit of community and music, and of course love. Gene's here. Better late than never. So good to see you. So glad you checked in. I did Impala. I gave you credit, props, that you always were the one who would type in doo-wop, baby. But in your absence, Amy knew exactly when to come in and do it. So it was represented by type tonight. But thanks for inspiring that too. And Amy inspired People Are Crazy, which I played earlier. And then Ellie checked in, or my friend Faith checked in and said, peaceful on her staycation, and that inspired Peaceful Easy Feeling. So y'all are inspiring my checklist. Very good. Haven't eaten, so there's a part of my brain that requires fuel, so I'm running on reserves. Part of my set list. Anyway, doesn't matter, Gene. Thanks for being here. I know you've heard the song before, but you did get credit for inspiring the typing portion of that, and Amy picked right up on that and never missed a beat, so that was awesome. Oh, let's see. I had a bunch in a row, some Elvis stuff, and then I had to wait for my muse, and I've got a few others that she sent to me, and I got through all of those. Sometimes it takes a minute. Let's see. Okay. Very important song, as you know, from the Country Strong soundtrack. Song about life. When the stars line up, you catch a good break, and people think you're lucky, but you know it's grace, and it can happen so fast. A little bit late, timing is everything. You know, I've had close calls when it could have been me. And I was young when I learned just how fragile life can be. I lost friends of mine, 'cause it wasn't my time. Timing is everything. And I could have been a child that God took home, and I would have been one more unfinished song. When it seems a rhyme is hard to find, That's when one comes along just in time. Well, I remember that day when our eyes first met. Ran into the building to get out of the rain, 'cause she was soaking wet. And as I held the door, you wanted to know my name. Timing is everything. And I could have been another minute late. You never would have crossed my path that day. And when it seems true love is hard to find, that's when one comes along just in time. You can call it fate, destiny. Sometimes it really seems like it's a mystery, 'cause you can be hurt by love, but a little bit late. Timing is everything. It can happen so fast, or a little bit late. Timing is everything. As my friend Steve Flowers, the owner of the coffee shop where I used to play for 10 years, used to say, I believe that's true, and I agree with him. So thanks for being here. Welcome. My Wind Down Wednesday tribe. Let's see if we have any new check-ins. No. June says you must be exhausted. Oh, thank you for thinking of me. I do push my limits. I don't try to, but this is Wednesday. Monday. Yeah. I have a hard time saying no. So I've had a lot of clients. And Monday, these and other parts. So when you see me do this, that's when you know my thoracic extensors, my back muscles are really sore and tight. I'm stretching them out even while I'm playing. But I'm glad to be here. These were overworked to the point of ouch. By Monday, cumulative. So Tuesday, yesterday, I had no clients, and it was a self-care day. And I had 1,000 things I need to do, and I should get out to do my power walk, and I need to go out and hit the gym. And I advocated for self, and I said, no bueno, I really need rest. So I did. So, and then tomorrow, the universe gave me another rest day. So, but I don't want to skip music. So I love staying here, and I just needed to be here later because my client, the dentist I was talking about, leaves in 2 weeks for Alaska, and then going down to the polar region. She's a dentist, and she works with indigenous peoples, so she serves with her artistry. We had a great discussion about that today. So she has a small window to come in and get adjusted by the chiropractic couple, and then come and jump on my table for 90 minutes and get put back together. So we get her ready to go off and serve. So we were just talking about some of that. So it's what you do. And then this is also what I do. I don't want to not be here. So thanks for tuning in an hour later, which I appreciated, so that I didn't have to skip a whole night of music. And so glad to see you. Guitar playing is active recovery for my joints. It really helps them feel better. So yesterday they were too sore, but today this is active recovery. So playing guitar and all this tactile movement helps kind of flush out all of that connective tissue and stuff that's tight, and the crud that gets in my hands. So never too tired to play for all of you. So I'm glad to be here. Thanks for checking in. Amy says it's almost the midnight hour. I wish I knew that song, or I'd play it here. Oh, well, thank you for staying up so late. Because you're a nocturne like me. as we both know, but thank you for being here on a work night or a school night. I will. That's one thing I honor. As I get older, I'm still a nocturne, so I'm still up to 1:30, 2:30, my normal bedtime. But I sleep in on days off. Like today, I wake up once or twice to go to the bathroom or whatever. I know TMI, but today I got up at 12:45. Most days I'll sleep until 11 or 11:30. So whenever I get up tomorrow is when I get up. Amy's always up. As am I, my friend. I know. We may not be vampires or bats, but we certainly keep their hours, as I've said for years about myself and others like you. So, perfect. Yep, that's Catwoman. Perfect. And as Batman would say, in the interest of international relations. Still a great scene. Such a funny line. Those double entendres were just amazing. So funny. When I was a kid, over my head, none of it registered. As an adult, nothing but excellent writing and acting. Dylan's here. Dude, so good to see you. My acting awesome Uber friend from Texas. That's right. He's a night owl too. So is Amy in Ohio. Thank you all for checking in. And Renell is here from Alabama. So nice to see everybody. And all my locals. Yeah, it is true. All right, back to music. I've been just doing my own thing, and I get on a roll with some of the Elvis stuff, and then my muse sends me stuff in the middle of songs. She'll stack up one or two, and then I'll have to wait kind of for her. So, okay, that just inspired, let me see, 3rd fret, 2nd fret. I did this last week, and I haven't done it in a while. You know there's a light that shines on the front porch. Don't forget the keys under the mat. Childhood stars shine. Always stay humble and kind. Go to church 'cause your mama says to. Visit Grandpa every chance that you can. Won't be wasting time. Always stay humble and kind. All the doors say, please say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, don't lie. I know you've got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. When those dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in's realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind. Don't expect a free ride from no one. Don't hold a grudge or a chip, and here's why. Bitterness keeps you from flying. Always stay humble and kind. Know the difference between sleeping with someone and sleeping with someone you love. Love you ain't no pickup line, so always stay humble and kind. Hold the door, say, please say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, don't lie. I know you've got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. When those dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in's realized, let yourself feel the pride. Always stay humble and kind. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When it's hot out, eat a root beer popsicle. Shut off the AC and roll the windows down. Let that summer sun shine and always stay humble and kind. Know that, no, don't take for granted the love this life gives you. When you get where you're going, don't forget to turn back around. Help the next one in line and always stay humble and kind. Oh, little Tim McGraw. Man, I love that song. Such an awesome song. So many images that bring back memories of childhood for all of us, I'm sure. The summertime and how that felt wherever you growing up. Orange blossoms here in Arizona, and those summer late nights, camping out in the backyard, riding bikes around at night, delivering newspapers in 7th grade on Sunday morning when it was like 90 degrees, and we'd go pool hopping. When you delivered with your friends, we all had different routes, but they were in the same apartments, and you would hop over. After you delivered, you'd climb the fence if the gate was locked, which it mostly was, and we'd get in the pool and soak down to cool down a bit, get on your bike, keep riding at 3 and 4 in the morning, and deliver papers on the Sunday morning, that kind of stuff. When I used to visit Amy in Ohio, she introduced me to fireflies, which I'd only read about, and we saw them out there in the summertime at night, out in those fields that glow. They kind of like glow and turn off, and the next one would come. And anyway, that song reminds me of just kind of growing up wherever you were as a kid, and values and popsicles, roll the window down, just feel that summer sunshine, even if it's warm. So we get one chance at this life that we know of. So feeling all of that stuff and taking it and breathing in all those smells of summer if you don't have allergies. Anyway, songs dredge up memories for me like that. So thanks for being here. Amy says, "Oh, Sally, your cat liked that song. He laid down next to me. Oh, is he still there? That means I'm going to have to end on your song. Because I thought I would end on this one. I saw it's the top of the hour, but I was like, maybe one more." Ellie says, "Thank you for your welcome. Good night and namaste. I always sign off with you. So stick around after one more song. If not, just know that I always honor you and what you taught us in Shatsu. But namaste." Amy says, "Oh yes, you could write a great song about all those memories." I probably could. That one kind of captures it, but I don't know. That's a great idea. Summertime in Arizona. Growing up on Coulter Street. 1416 West Coulter, Phoenix, Arizona. I don't remember what the 05 was. I do remember my phone number, and here's what I remember about growing up as a kid. There was no area code. The entire state was 602, so you didn't need to put it. So I never had an area code with my phone number, 279-3849. Sometimes I look that number up, too, on Google, just because I'm weird. And that's where I learned, years later, it was a 602 area code. I still remember that phone number. I don't know what I ate or wore last week, but I remember my phone number as a kid. And 2 phone numbers of my 2 friends that lived on the same street and the next street over. Brian and Van. Isn't that weird? The way our minds just store long-term memory. I don't know. Yeah, I might write a song about that. It's a great idea. He's here. Amy said, Gene says, fireflies are so cool. Yeah, we didn't have them here in Arizona where Gene grew up and Kevin, but yeah, that was so awesome. I've read stories of kids catching them in jars and stuff, and Amy introduced me to them. They were so cool. I'd never seen those before. Um, all right, all right, Amy. So yeah, you influenced my sign off song, I'll call it, and hopefully your little kitty's there. When you go to sleep at night, remember to let your soul take flight. But if you drift away too far, I'll ride a moonbeam to where you are. The stars are calling, and I am falling. As you lay your head to sleep, counting heartbeats instead of sheep, just breathe my name and call me there, and I'll sprinkle stardust in your hair. The moon is calling, and I am falling. If I could lay down to sleep, praying the Lord your soul to keep, the night is calling, and I have fallen. So sleep you well, my turtle dove. You'll forever be my one true love. Oh, that's still my favorite song of the few that I've written. So, Amy, thank you for inspiring that. I'm glad your Zowie jumped up there with you and I got to play it. My friend Mike's not here from Michigan tonight. His cat often jumps up when I'm playing, and I think really likes that song too. So, yeah, I'm grateful for it. Jean typed in her childhood phone. So I'll tell you why we remember them. First of all, we were required to enter them. You either had a rotary dial, or the coolest thing was the press dial. That's muscle memory, and we were required to. You didn't have a cell phone. You had to memorize everybody's numbers, and that's why I remember them. It was like repetition, repetition. So that's so funny. We remember them. I do too. Mine. Gene says Jersey has them too. I believe it. Thank you, Amy, and you're also welcome for the late night music. Thanks for inspiring that. Thank you all for joining in tonight, and thanks for tuning in later than normal. So I'm called to serve. So I have a client that needed these, so I had to show up. But I also had to show up for music tonight with these as well. So I'm grateful. Thanks for waiting for me. Friday night, I will be back as usual. Normal time. Same bat time, same bat channel, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard. as Amy knows. So we'll be back. We'll be back on Friday, back on a regular schedule. Thanks for tuning in. So as always, namaste. The divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you, as Ellie taught us in Shiatsu class. Thank you for keeping yourselves healthy. Thanks for keeping those immune systems bolstered up. And enjoy the rest of your Wednesday and what's left of your midweek hump day, and sliding in toward Friday, which will be bringing you into the weekend. I will be back on Friday for Fiesta Friday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard. Until then, thank you so much for being part of my tribe. Nothing but love. I'm so grateful for all of you and for tuning in. It means so much to me, and it gives me a reason to stay proficient with these. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't as much. And I'm glad that it helps you get through your week in whatever way. People send me that. I'm not aware of it, but I absolutely trust that's your journey, and I'm grateful to be a part of it. So thanks for allowing me to share that with you. So have a great rest of your night. I'll be back on Friday. Look forward to seeing you all then. See you soon.